All right, let me try to do this with you guys. So I went to WebAssign.net. I logged in. I got brought to the screen. So I'm going to create a course. Click Create Course. I have some files from last year, so I'm going to carry that over. But if not, then you could create a course with no assignments. So I'm going to click on here. I'm going to copy the courses from last year. Okay, so I'm going to call this Pre-Calc, Honors, Advanced. I'm going to click Student Access from Canvas. I'm going to do term, 2018-19, start date, 20th, end date. I'm going to go all the way to the end of the year. Leave that. Certify that the select update to assignments is edition. No thanks. I'm going to create the course. Oh, time. I'm going to click on Edit Class Settings. And then click on LMS Integration. And say Set Up Canvas. And then you're going to have to go into your Canvas account and click on Settings and then the Apps tab. So I'm going to copy this because I know I need this first, the consumer key. I'm going to go back to my Canvas page, go to my dashboard. I'm going to click on Settings. I'm going to go to Apps. On View App Configurations. And then Add App. And it's manual entry. I'm going to do WebAssign. The consumer key is here. Yours will be different, so make sure you copy yours. The shared secret, this. And then the launch URL. Oh, sorry. Domain, leave empty. Privacy, they said set to public. Custom fields, I'm gonna copy this. And then description. And then submit. Okay, so now to make that link visible for your kids, you have to go to modules and you have to link it to the module. So I'm going to link it to my general class information one so that it's always there. So I'm actually going to get rid of this from last year so as not to confuse them or me. And I'm going to come up here, I'm going to add, and you want to go to external tool. and find WebAssign. This is alphabetical, so WebAssign. This one. Add the item. I'm actually gonna change this name so that I know it's 2018-19. And then when I publish this link, what will happen is they'll take it directly to WebAssign and it will actually log the kids in. So this is what we see, but the kids would see their account. The first time they logged in, it took them like a minute to like let it load, but then they'll see their actual upcoming assignments, the ones that you've scheduled for them in this view, and then they can click on the assignment. So what I've done is if I create an assignment, in the assignment I link the module so that it always brings them back to that. So let me show you what that looks like. So if I go back to my assignments, and I'm going to skip R because we don't have R. Let's say I go to 1.1. So you see where it says go to modules. So from here, instead of just saying go to modules and then general class info, then WebAssign, I can literally come in here and over on the right-hand side, you see where it says modules, I can actually link it to the general class module, and then it will take you right to it. So this is like for the first time I think they loaded in, it said click on I'll do it later for the payment. Make sure you click on the section from the drop-down menu, which I ended up putting all the kids just in one section because it was less confusing. Then I only had to post it one time. And then I would say complete the assignment, click on that, screenshot your results and your work and submit to this assignment. I would say put the results at the top of the page. And then I think I have let me see if I have the actual, so let's say I'm going to save this. I created a rubric. So let me try to find it because I created it after this one. So cancel, get rid of this one. Add the rubric, find a rubric. And it was in, which I can actually share this with you, but it would have been in my second semester one. So let me find that one. Here, WebAssign homework. So you can see I told them if it was an 80 or above, they got the 100, 70 to 80, 60, and so on and so forth. I even, like, depending on the actual assignment, sometimes I went more lenient on that because I would actually say with work here, 100 points with work. And then use this rubric. Because some of the homework was harder than others as long as they had, or it was like the format in which an answer was in, I would have taken a different format. I was kind of lenient on it in the beginning. All right, I hope this helps. If not, hopefully I can do this with you in person. Okay, once you have the course saved, if you want to go in to create a new assignment, there's a couple different ways to do it. I could go create up here, and I could go to assignment. I could click into the class itself here. I think it's schedule and create an assignment. I'm just going to come right up here, create assignment. I'm going to name it like we name our, like follow the naming conventions in Canvas so it matches, say 1.1 homework. And then I'm going to open up the question browser. Select the chapter. So I'm going to pull from section 1. And then you just want to check the boxes next to the ones you want. So I'm going to skip the fill in the blank. What's the relationship? And you can see at the top here, it says like how many minutes each should take. So, I mean, I'm going to grab one so we can see what it looks like. Click on add. The red means that those kind of questions would give different questions per kid. So that's the stuff that will change. I'm just going to pick a couple real fast. So this is like a good example of one that has like a multi-step. So it has each part as it goes. So it says, you know, given the line implies that what, and then there'd be a second part every horizontal line is parallel to. So this is kind of one that encompasses a lot of the stuff that was already like broken down into the individual questions. Keep going. Don't mind my doggy. Okay, so I can add a question like this. And then this will break it down. So that if this was in point slope form, you could see it being broken down into its parts. Okay, so let me just say I'm going to get from what that is. Up here at the top tells you the total number of minutes. This is only 4 questions. You can edit them here if I want to delete or that kind of thing. And then I'll come over here and click Update Assignment. And then I can either preview the assignment so it'll show you what the questions would look like. And at the top, this is what theirs will look like. In this little section, you'll see if they got it right or wrong, and then you'll actually see the score here. So if you need to print one, let's say you want to print it for kids that maybe something goes wrong with their iPad, you can always file print this screen and you can see it. Okay, but I'm going to go back to where we were before, and instead of previewing, I'm going to click Save. And then when you're ready for the kids to see it, you have to schedule it. So if I want to schedule it, I click Schedule. I'm scheduling it into this class. And then I can simply just drag it over here into week 1. And I can say, when do they see it or when is it due? I do on a specific day of the week. Let's say this is Wednesday's night's homework. This would be due Thursday at 8 a.m. I just make sure it matches. And then I can make it available whenever, but let's say I don't want them to see it before Wednesday. I can say Wednesday at 8 a.m. And then view till, I typically use it as end of course, but you can make it so that they can't see it any longer. And then that's it. Once they log into here, they'll see it right here. So I keep all the kids in the same section, but you can add a section by just clicking within that individual section, and then you could give them different assignments. I try to keep it simple and just put them all into one assignment, and then if I need to separate it out, I separate it out.